Did you bring what I asked for?
You convinced Jack, your son, that you were dead. So maybe you could give Jack a little grace here.
Hey, Nick. Long time no see.
The Young and the Restless, YNR, recap for Wednesday, May 13th, reveals that Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, will insist on being the one to kill Matt Clark, Roger Howarth, and will have a plan that involves recruiting Detective James Burrow, Matt Cohen. At the Newman Ranch, Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, will be suspicious since Nick will suddenly be calmer after a sandwich. Although Adam will worry Nick's using again, Nick will suggest he was just hangry and that he's detoxing. Nick will eventually admit he has a plan to end Matt's life and rope Burrow into testifying it was self-defense. Adam will insist this is a terrible idea that could put Nick behind bars, but he won't be able to talk Nick out of it. At Sharon Newman's Sharon Case house, she'll speak with Victor Newman, Eric Braden, and Noah Newman Lucas Adams about Matt. Noah will think maybe the amnesia is legit and hope it'll allow them to pull off a sneak attack on Matt. Sharon won't want her loved ones involved in another Matt-related scheme, but Victor will back Noah up when it comes to going after their enemy. Afterward, Victor will meet up with Adam, who will voice concerns about Nick using again. Adam will also tell Victor about Nick's plan to kill Matt and get Burrow to claim it was self-defense. YNR spoilers say Victor won't be happy about that plan either, so Adam will insist they have to take Nick out of the equation. Once Nick makes it to the cottage, he'll give Sharon and Noah the news about his scheme to take Matt down himself and have Burrow claim it was self-defense. Noah and Sharon will sound the alarm, but there'll be no changing Nick's mind about taking the lead on this. During her conversation with Matt at Crimson Lights, Patty Williams, Stacey Hayduke, will babble on about high school and old boyfriends until Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, appears. Phyllis will shut down this discussion and get rid of Patty before warning Matt that she's a psychopath. Matt will listen as Phyllis runs down the list of all the horrible things Patty's done and mental institution stints she's had. Next, Matt will mention that he's figured out his name is apparently Matt and that he's from Los Angeles, but he'll guess that he liked to move around. Matt will ultimately push Phyllis to have dinner with him and entertain herself by helping him fill in memory gaps. Once Phyllis gets on board, Matt will admit to his run-in with someone named Noah earlier. Matt will also suggest Victor's name came up, so Phyllis will grow curious and inquire about Matt's last name. After he says he's Matt Clark and asks if that name means anything to Phyllis, she'll stare at him as things seemingly click into place. At Society, Devin Winters, Brighton James, will grumble over Kane Ashby's, Billy Flynn, selfish motives for helping Malcolm Winters, Shamar Moore. Devin will think it's obvious Kane is doing this to score points with Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, and will be frustrated during his discussion with Lily and Nate Hastings, Sean Dominic. Lily will defend Kane and once again point out that it doesn't matter as long as Malcolm gets saved. From Lily's perspective, it'll seem more like Devin is upset over the Mariah Copeland, Cameron Grimes situation and taking his anger out on the wrong people. Devin will eventually admit he's indeed frustrated over Mariah not getting the punishment she deserves. Lily will urge Devin to pay Mariah a visit at her facility and see if it might help him gain a new perspective about her headspace. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Devin will consider that and agree to take a closer look at his anger issues, so stay tuned. In the shadowy corridors of Genoa City, where family loyalty often crosses the line into dangerous obsession, Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, has officially crossed the Rubicon. The Wednesday, May 13th episode of The Young and the Restless presents one of the most morally complex hours in recent memory, as a desperate and potentially relapsed Nick unveils a shocking scheme to eliminate the ghost of his past, Matt Clark, Roger Howarth. What makes this plot so chilling is not merely the act of murder itself, but Nick's brazen strategy to weaponize the legal system by corrupting Detective James Burrow, Matt Cohen, to provide a theatrical self-defense alibi. As Nick descends into this vigilante abyss, the Newman family finds itself fracturing along familiar fault lines, with Adam, Mark Grossman, and Victor, Eric Braden, conspiring to stop Nick from destroying his own life, even as Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, stumbles into a dangerous game of amnesia with the very man Nick intends to kill. A dark alliance, Nick and the Dirty Detective. The episode opens with a palpable tension at the Newman Ranch, where Nick's demeanor oscillates between manic energy and terrifying calm. After weeks of being haunted by Matt Clark's return and hiding a crippling fentanyl addiction from his family, Nick has moved past fear and into the realm of lethal calculation. Adam, ever the skeptical observer, immediately notices a shift in his brother. When Adam presses him about his erratic behavior, specifically asking if he has been using again, Nick offers a dismissive retort about scoring drugs from a soccer mom in the park and insists he is simply detoxing and hangry. But Adam knows his brother too well. The deflection is too smooth, the focus too sharp. Nick reveals the ugly truth. He is done playing defense against Matt Clark. He is taking the offensive. His plan is audacious even by Newman standards. He intends to find Matt, confront him, and end his life. However, to avoid the legal consequences of murder, Nick intends to recruit Detective James Burrow, Matt Cohen. According to Nick's twisted logic, Burrow will accompany him during the fatal confrontation and then testify under oath that the killing was performed in self-defense. This is not a crime of passion committed in the heat of the moment. This is premeditated assassination with a paid witness. Nick is essentially shopping for a corrupt alibi like a commodity. He argues that this is the only way to ensure Matt never threatens his family again, viewing the self-defense loophole as a necessary evil. Adam, who is no stranger to moral gray areas, recoils. He warns Nick that he is not thinking like an evil Sinuvovich, but like a fool, arguing that this scheme will land him a life sentence rather than freedom. Adam urges Nick to let the Newman security team handle the mess, but Nick is resolute. Not a chance, he snaps, storming off to finalize his deadly arrangement with Burrow, leaving Adam,